before we start, we'll do a couple of extra minutes for the Mondays at the end. So the first bit is for the Sunday papers.
Are you been sure what you make of a match like that?
Well, obviously topsy-turvy. We started so well with a fantastic goal. They responded with a moment we should have dealt with earlier. They get a soft penalty, not soft from the player, I mean soft from our point of view. And then really it was a strange game after. I don't think anyone really gripped the first half, and second half they did. I thought they were very good. I think we had to work very hard. I think the mentality I'm trying to work with the players on is the belief of finding different ways of winning games, and I think we're showing that. We had to do it last week against Brighton, so nearly won, but got a good point. And then coming down today, away form here was a big question mark when I got here. And we're beginning to change the mentality towards these games. And I think that was on show today, finding different ways to affect a game, even when it's not your day, to be as fluid as you can be. So I think that's really pleasing.
We've talked a lot about Italian playing codes and improvement on the team's guidance in recent weeks, but you can really see that confidence paying off now.
Yeah, I think he's beginning to mature into himself, really, as a player and his Everton career, because I think he can defend. I think he's beginning to show that he can go forwards. He wants to get in the right areas. I mean, it's a fantastic header, and he's nearly got a brace with a lovely striker, controlled effort at goal. Duke's Johnny on the spot, which he has been since I've been here. I mean, he's done ever so well nicking goals for us and working hard for us. Yeah, but Miko's one of a number, I think. I mean, the group, I believe I've said all season, even early season, as you know, very good performances, didn't get a win. The noise is different, but now I don't think we played as well today, but we've won. And I think that's a really pleasing thing, because I know from my years in the Premier League, you've got to find ways of winning in the Premier League. It can't all be beautiful all the time. You've got to find ways of getting results and points on the board, and we've done that today, and we did it last week against Brighton.
I know Idris Gueye's skill set is very good, but maybe not what we expected.
No, I mean, look, I know what a good player he is. He was unfortunate not to play, but I think Ahmed earned the right with his 4 performances before that, and then coming out to just one game. Ahmed's been struggling a bit with his calf, to be fair. That was the reason for the change. And I think Ghana, his professionalism is outstanding, and the way he's gone about it today. I mean, it's a brilliant bit of play and a fantastic touch. The details, the nuances of football, which sometimes fans don't see, the touch across the defender is a fantastic touch in a tight area in the box, and then the finish is sublime.
Sean, how have you been able to fashion that extra know-how that you've been working with the players, talking about trying to find ways to win? How have you
it's a work in progress. It's not a given. But I think since we got here, it's taken time and a work from the players. We can only offer guidance. I've said it all my career as a manager. You can guide players to where they want to be, but they've got to own it. And I think they are. This group are beginning to say, all right, we know we can play. Because I think there's real talent here. I'm convinced of that, and I've seen it. But what about when it's not your day? What about the hard yards? What about the ugly side? What about the questions that Everton have had over the last couple of seasons? Some of the things, they soft, can they play hard enough? Can they win games? And all these questions. Well, we're making certainly steps, not maybe strides, but steps towards changing that. We're changing the story. I've spoken openly about it's our job, it's our responsibility to change the Everton story, and we're beginning to do that. It's going to take time, but we are beginning to show strong signs that we can change this story.
And very impressive as well to build a winning platform from a position not where you've just given away a soft goal with that misunderstanding, but you've also been on the back foot for a long period of time.
Yeah, but I think that's something the group are beginning to realise without a doubt. I mean, they know the Premier League. The record was spoken about when I got here, their away record, it's changing. And I said to him, it's hard in the Premier League to dominate football matches anyway, but particularly away from home. If you look at the stats, the facts, you look at home teams in the Premier League, these included. So how can you find ways of winning? And I think that's the most pleasing thing for me. I mean, we didn't play as well as I would hope with the ball today, but the way that our shape was good, our belief and commitment to winning a game that's such a big weapon in the Premier League. And I can't exaggerate enough. And I told the players, I said, look, I know you've got talent and you've got more than what we've shown today with the ball, but the work ethic for each other is growing all the time, and that brings the truth of a side, I believe, and I think you're beginning to see that, and I think the Evertonians are seeing that. I mean, fantastic again today. They travel all over the place in numbers. They get with us. They question us. I'm fine with that because they come. They come, and if you come in the numbers they do, fair play. Have your questions, but enjoy today and enjoy the other moments we've given them recently.
And important as well to go into international break with another victory. It just keeps the feel-good factor around the club, doesn't it, for everybody?
Yeah, and I think, the international break, they always talk about, is it the right time, the wrong time? you know, when you're winning, it doesn't matter. You know, you're taking care of business. It gives the player, well, some players will have a break, some will play, obviously. We will give the players some time off. I think they've earned it, and I would anyway. I've told them at the beginning of the season, the schedule. I've got no problem with that either. We're asking a lot of these players, and they're delivering.
Just take one more at the back.
Sean, do you feel that after winning 3 out of 4 Premier League games and again Villa doesn't care about, that a corner has been turned?
Burnley, but yeah, round before it was a good one as well.
Do you feel the corner's been turned?
I think we're showing signs of it. I don't want to, you know, overegg it, because football can, you know, put you on the back foot very quickly. But I think, you know, you can only, I believe, I was believing, and I know some of you cover us a lot, I was believing at the beginning of the season, don't forget, you know, but we're questioning him because I was saying we're playing very well and we hadn't won. But today, maybe, you never know how football works over a season, but often it pays you back. If you're playing as dominantly as we were at the beginning of the season, particularly the first 3 home games, we didn't win, it was almost unfathomable by stats and facts of football. Well, over a season, you hope there's balance, as long as you keep doing the principles of what you need to do, and I think we are doing that. And we're finding maybe today was a good balance of that. You know, we didn't play as well with the ball, weren't as dominant, but we found a way to win. And I think that's, I can't over-egg it enough. It's a really powerful thing for a team to learn how to win games.